Am I the asshole for telling my mother-in-law that she needs to stop telling my 6-year-old to be ladylike? I am a dad of 3, 10F, 10M, and 6F. My 10-year-old daughter is pretty girly, but my 6-year-old daughter follows my son around like his little shadow and is what people sometimes call a tomboy. Disclaimer, I have no idea if that is an offensive term now, but apologize if it is. She loves sports and being outside with her big brother, and they are pretty close. For the spring, she just started playing lacrosse, which my 10-year-old son has been playing for years, and they have been spending so much time together outside practicing. It's pretty cool to watch as a dad since I was worried about my singleton bonding with the twins when she was born. Anyway, my mother-in-law was over the other day, and the kids were outside playing while we were on the porch watching, and my wife was making dinner. They were just playing catch, and my son leaned over to spit, so my 6-year-old did the same. My mother-in-law said nothing to my son about it, but yelled, "Rosa, you need to be more ladylike. Don't copy your brother when he does that." I told her it wasn't that big of a deal, but she insisted that we need to get this under control because Rosa doesn't act like a lady should and is getting too old to think it's okay. I argued with her a bit, and she ended up leaving. Now my wife is mad because she thinks I disrespected her mother and should have understood that it's cultural for my mother-in-law, and she will always think this way. If it matters, I am a white guy from New England and my wife's mom is from Nigeria, but my wife was born and raised in the US. My wife insists that I need to be more understanding of the cultural differences and understand where her mom is coming from. Guys, this is not a spitting in public debate. I would have been fine if my mother-in-law corrected both kids because spitting is gross. I am annoyed that she only corrected my daughter because of her gender. Can we please stick to the issue at hand? Not the asshole. Take your time and educate the women in your life. Both of them. Your daughter is growing up into a world very different than these women grew up in. That's actually a good point. My mother-in-law is in her 70s, so she grew up in a much different time where women and girls had certain expectations. Not the asshole. You can absolutely understand cultural differences and still understand they are wrong. All mother-in-law is doing is enforcing gender roles. Why? Partly out of an innate selfish desire to see our offspring reflect our own identities, and partly because they want the next generation to fit in and not have problems. But a girl being whatever she wants when she becomes a woman isn't a problem in this country. Your wife is on the wrong side of this argument. There is something to be said for not letting kids simply do whatever they want as a means of being themselves. That's not good parenting either. Kids need to understand that there's a lot of doing what you don't want to do that goes into being a functional adult. Going to support family by attending events, going to religious services, doing chores, etc. But I think it is perfectly healthy for your daughter to pursue the hobbies she wants to pursue. Not the asshole. I think it is very wrong to ever tell a girl to be ladylike. It's putting a constraints on her and restricting her opportunities. I was told this 50 years ago, and I thought it was wrong then, and it's wrong now. Would I be the asshole if I put a lien against my parents' house and sued them for my college tuition? I, 17F, am graduating high school next month and am set to attend my first choice college with a partial scholarship in the fall. It's an in-state school about an hour away, and because of my dual enrollment credits, I should only be 5 semesters from finishing my bachelor's degree and then going for the master's degree I need for the career I want. 5 years ago, my mom's mom died, leaving behind a college fund for me and my siblings, Kyle, male 25, and Kelsey, female 22. Mom's Aunt Teresa was supposed to oversee it, but she died in 2020, and somehow my parents wound up in charge. I don't know all the details, because I was 12 when Mama died and 14 when Aunt Teresa died. I'm not even sure exactly how it was structured or how much there was, except that it was supposed to be enough to cover a significant amount of our expenses, if not everything. Kelsey is a fine arts major, and her first year of college was derailed by lockdowns, and she wound up losing an entire year. She was supposed to go back for her final year next fall, just as I am starting college. But last night, at our grandpa's birthday dinner, Dad's dad, she announced that she had been invited to participate in a junior artist in residence study program and was deferring her last year of college. Everyone congratulated her, and my grandparents asked about what sort of stipend she was getting. She said there wasn't one, but Mama's money would cover her living expenses. My uncle said that between me starting college and them covering that, the fund would be empty soon, and would her share be enough to pay for her final year after? That's when my dad said that since I had scholarships and my sister needed it more, I wouldn't be getting any of the money Mama left for us. Everyone was shocked and started asking questions. But my parents insisted that it was important to support my sister's artistic goals, the way we never were, and that I'd be fine. When my grandparents argued with them, Mom said I could take out loans for what my scholarship didn't cover and live at home to save money. I was in tears, and my sister was upset that people weren't happier for her. When my uncle asked if there was even going to be money left for my sister to go back and graduate, my parents said they would take out a loan against the house to cover it. Everyone got in a huge argument, and my parents and sister left. My grandparents, uncle, and aunt got to talking, and my uncle, who is a lawyer, says he's going to look into it and that we may have to sue them for my share of the college money because he believes they mismanaged it. My grandparents are worried about them mortgaging the house and losing it, and suggested we take out a lien against the house for my tuition money so they can't use it to get a loan to pay for my sister's expenses. Would I be the asshole if I sued my parents for my college tuition and put a lien against their house, like my grandparents suggested? This sounds like they horribly mismanaged the money. A fund that was supposed to cover even 50% of 3 college tuitions should have had a healthy 6-figure amount. Not to mention the find was supposed to be used for tuition, not other programs. During the discovery, your uncle may find out some disturbing truths, but secrets, especially money secrets, always are the worst. Whether you do or don't, your relationship with your parents and sister is likely irreparably damaged. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. If your parents are refusing to give you money that was left in trust for you, you are 100% in the right to try to get it. They are essentially stealing from you. I think you're using the term in trust pretty loosely here. First, OP really has no idea what happened, other than some vague notion that there was some money left for college. The first big red flag for OP is that she refers to the fund as a singular unit for the 3 siblings. Assuming you can even set up one college fund for 3 people, I'm not sure there is anything illegal about using it all on one person. Absolutely, but not illegal. But the bigger problem is that you in a more likely that Meemaw had a big chunk of cash that everybody understood was to go to the kids' college. There is absolutely no legal responsibility to abide by a dead relative's wishes if they leave you a pile of money, assuming this is America. The parents are really screwing OP over, but I can't see how she can get a lien. Not the asshole for asking the question, but this is outside Reddit's pay grade. You need a lawyer? I'm so sorry this is happening to you. It's a horrible situation to be in, and a terrible thing to even have to contemplate. Good luck. Edit. Sorry, I missed that your uncle is a lawyer earlier. No, it doesn't make you the asshole here if you sued them, but you're the one who has to live with the fallout a lawsuit will create. And we don't know what your family dynamic is or how it would affect you to potentially be extra from your parents permanently, which could be the result of a lawsuit. I'm not trying to sound discouraging, just thinking realistically of the long-term impact on your family relationship. If they mismanage the funds, they need to be held accountable. Hopefully it can be resolved quickly for you. Good luck. Well, that's another episode of Am I the Asshole in the books. I really appreciate all of you who made it this far into the video. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, it would really help the channel out a lot if you gave the video a thumbs up, subscribe, or leave a comment down below. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.